Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live on this cold, cold night. 38 degrees and cloudy here in Westchester County. Wonderful spring weather that we're having. Want to welcome you to the April 12th, 2025, 50s and early 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. I apologize for being late, as I had some things I needed to do here, like find my needles here to change my needles, although I just want to do that. But anyway, want to welcome you to the Vinyltreasure Show. We're here till midnight tonight. Got lots of requests for you, the listeners. We opened up tonight with a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, and I think Big Dave Swinger mentioned it in the chat room. That is Jimmy Wright and his orchestra there. That one there on George Goldner's Rama record label, song entitled 2:20 a.m. is the name of the tune. Have I ever gone till 2:20 a.m. on a Saturday night here? Probably. I don't know. Did I? That's 12. No, I never went that far. But anyway, tune co-written by Jimmy Wright and for Edmund Williams. Jimmy Wright Orchestra there included the likes of Skeeter Best, Jimmy Shirley, Jerome Dan on guitar. Wait, 3 guitarists there, Charlene, I guess. And Abby Baker and Al Hall on bass, Freddie Johnson and Jimmy Phipps on piano, and Gene Brooks on drums, and Jimmy Wright, of course, on the tenor sax there. Great tune. And not only was this the house band for George Goldner and G and Rama labels, but also did a number of sessions for High Weiss's Old Town record label, and also for, I think, Bullseye. What was his name? Woody Hinderling's Bullseye record label. September 56, Jimmy Wright and his orchestra on the Rama label. 2:20 a.m. is the name of the tune. Well, without further ado, let's open up the vocal portion here. You know, on this Saturday night show, we count down the music chronologically here, but let's get into the music here. Got to tell you something about my Wednesday night show, and let's open up here from early 1951. It's a request for listener Gordy Freeman. I saw Gordy Freeman in my YouTube chat room there, this great group from Baltimore, Maryland, Sonny Till and the Orioles, as we go to January 1951. This is on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee label. This record came out twice, featuring the first press on the Script Jubilee from January 1951. This song originally done by the Cats and the Fiddle, sometime in 1940, but these are the Orioles on Jubilee for Gordy Freeman with their rendition of the tune I Miss You So.
Those happy hours I spent with you, that lovely have to go. Most of all, I miss you so. Your sweet caresses, each rendezvous, voice so soft and low. Most of all, I miss you so. You once filled my heart with no regrets, no fears. Now you'll find my heart filled to the top with tears. Yes, and I'll always love you and want you to. How much you'll never know. Most of all, I miss you so. I thought that you said we'll never part, my dear, and now I am longing for you to, girl, be near. Well, I'll always love you and want you to. How much you'll never know. Most of all, I miss you so.
That's a very quiet record. It did sound like rain, didn't it? But listen, beggars can't be choosy. At least there's no gouges in that record. There you go. What a great tune that is. That's Sonny Till and the Orioles, January 1951 release there on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label. Their rendition of the tune I Miss You So is the name of that one. I showed you another copy that I have on the not the script Jubilee. On the was re-released, the song in Charlene doesn't have the date here, but I think it was 1953, but she doesn't have it here, and with a different flip side. I think till then was flipped on Jubilee 5107. This is what 50. This is Jubilee 5051, backed with You Are My First Love. There you go. What a great tune. They like that one there in the YouTube chat. I'm going to tell you what happened on, never happened before on a Wednesday night show, really quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. It's got a lot of records to play. So, I played, and not to call out anybody with the request, so don't worry about that. If you request a record, don't feel bad if the stream shuts down, because it's the rules that sometimes with YouTube. So anyway, I played a record by the Unifics, The Beginning of My End, I think, which I have played here before on the program. So it wasn't even 2 hours into the show, and it never shuts off 2 hours into the show, but they shut me down. They shut the show down. I think it was about 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. They did. I was trying to get back. I was continuing to go, because we're here on Oldies and More Radio also. So a lot of the listeners went over to Oldies and More Radio. So anyway, I didn't really know what the song was at the time, but I restarted, and therefore it started the stream again. And it was funny because I played some records. I thought I was going to get nabbed by some of the Lenny Welch tribute that I was doing, but I did not. And I played two in a row, too, at the end of the show. So anyway, it took a long time for the show to post, a long time. So I got an email, and they said that I cannot play that Unifics record. And I was like, what? I don't know. I see them on YouTube. There are other channels, but the other channels that it was played on, one had 25,000 subscribers, and they just played the record. It's an established YouTube page, and then another one had, I think, 15,000, and the smallest one I saw, I think, was 5,000 or 4,800 subscribers. I only have 2,700 subscribers, so evidently there might be some type of algorithm that doesn't allow for certain things. Most of that was the only one. I had some of the other issues, but it's no big deal. I don't care about monetizing the show, but I was upset that they shut it, and that was a shutdown, but they let me remove it, so it erases the song. And then the show posts up. But unfortunately, it resaves the entire show, so the chat is eliminated. So anything you might have wrote in the chat, any requests you might have put in the chat, they're gone. And if Charlene don't pick it up or I don't pick it up, then we don't get them. So that's the unfortunate thing, but that's what happened. So I think it has to do, there's a lot of factors, and you can't talk to anybody. You can't talk to anybody at YouTube because it is all done with robots and everything else. But I think Andy Lamusio, you asked me about it. So that's for Andy Lamusio. So now you know that is the issue. And it wasn't such a big hit either. And then later that afternoon, there's lots of people that have found out about this program, and they are going to my YouTube archives. I'm talking about from 2008, 15, and 16, and they're looking at, and I get notifications of maybe it's the first time they're being played in a couple years or whatever. So I get those notifications. So they blocked another video with the Unifics on it for their hit called Court of Love. I think that's the song. So evidently the lead singer, Al Johnson, whatever, because there's some live performances of him doing that. Maybe he has a rule that he doesn't want anybody playing his song unless there's like thousands of subscribers or that tune into the thing. So you know what? That's it for the Unifics records. So don't request any more Unific records unless I get, 5,000 subscribers. But that is the deal. And that's it. We're not talking about it anymore. But let us continue here. So let's move into 1952 now. This is a flip side request for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. Now, last week, I featured Winnie Brown and her boyfriends out of Chicago for Frank Chingaro. He requested the flip side of this called Heaven Knows Why. And the boyfriends, they were made up of Warren Suttles, Percy Green, Freddie Francis, and Joe Van Loan. And Big Dave Swinger requested the flip side. It's a great two-sided 45. And this tune written by Irving Gordon, first done by Eddie Howard on the Mercury label. Then it was covered, I think, right at about the same time from March 52 by request for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. Winnie Brown and her boyfriends with Be Anything, they forgot the but, Be Anything, Be Mine on Mercury for Big Dave. No, I like that. I don't like that. Hold on. Come on. Johnny.
Be a beggar, be a thief, be my sunshine or my grief, be anything, but darling, be mine. Be a wise man, be a fool, treat me tender or be cruel, be but darling, be mine. Climb to the top of the ladder, be master of all you survey. Fail and it still doesn't matter. If you love me, everything is okay. Be the angel of my prayers. Be the devil who cares. Be anything, but darling, be mine. Be the angel of my prayers. Be the devil who cares. Be anything, but darling, be
Here you go. That one there going out to a listener, Big Dave Swinger, in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Winnie Brown and the Boyfriends, a great two-sided 45. I got to tell you, Martin, early sides too. That we count down the music. It's always good to hear these early sounds. You see how the music progresses through the years. But that's March 1952 on the Mercury record banner. Be Anything, Be Mine. Johnny G is yours on a Saturday evening. If you are new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as we need to get the subscriptions up so I could play all these cool records. But let us continue. Let's move into 1953 now. Fill a request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. Here's King of the Blues. This next artist, born May 18th, 1911 in Kansas City, Missouri. And he would pass away on November 24th of 1985. But he started recording back in 1938, had 16 top 10 R&B hits, like this one, which I think was top 10, and Shake, Rattle, and Roll, of course, Flip, Flop, and Fly, so many others. But this was his number one R&B hit, his sixth release for the Atlantic record label, a tune written by Luella Brown, who managed Joe Turner beginning back in 1945. Let's go to September of 1953. Big Joe Turner on the yellow and black Atlantic. This one is not in great shape. Didn't have time to look for my mint copy. I think I have a mint copy of this somewhere, but this is my first copy. I think I got it from Joel Scherzer. Has lots of juke wear, but let's give it a try. And well, actually, that was a new needle that we heard the Winnie Brown on. Did that sound pretty good? I didn't change this one, but okay, so I probably should have. But let's give it a spin anyway. Joe Turner from September 53 for Joseph Smith. It's called Honey Hush.
I let it roll like a big wheel in a Georgia cotton field. Honey hush, I did come in this house, stop all that yakety yak. I did come in this house, baby, stop all that yakety yak. Come fix my supper, don't want no talking back. Well, you keep on jabbering, talking about this and that. Well, you keep on jabbering, talking about this and that. I got old silver way.
Darn that thing! I got another. I have another. I have another copy. That is an unplayable copy. There. I apologize. I apologize to you, Joseph Smith, because I have a mint copy of that, and I just didn't have. See, see what's happening is I have somebody coming here to the Johnny G Studios on Wednesday, and it's I got to clear out everything up here is what I need to do. So I have thousands of records. I got rid of, I think my mother helped me file, well, she put them in order. I had about, how many boxes, Mom? About 12, maybe 12 boxes of 200 in each box. So what she did good, she put them in alphabetical order. She stacked them all up by alphabet. She sits in the chair and she does it. I bring another table over and she did. And then she started helping me putting them in alphabetical order, but smaller piles. I started on the big piles. And then I'm pulling out records as I see them to request. Because if you request a record that I played a few months ago, then it becomes difficult because it's not filed back. So anyway, I gotta find a place for the 78s I have, and it's too heavy up here, which is not good because I have 78s behind me of the records that I've played, and I have 78s along the wall here. So I have to take these out. I don't want to bring them all the way down in the no humidity basement. I got to put them somewhere because the guy's coming sometime in the afternoon on Wednesday. I have that soul show on Wednesday, and then I have the show on Thursday afternoon. So I'll see if I can because I might have to cancel that Thursday show because I won't be done. But because it's more important that I get this studio in shape with and talk about it. That's more important than anything else because I can't really operate the way I'm doing it because I can't listen to the highs and lows on the records. So I apologize if they're too hot, too loud, and then I lower them because then I put the headphones on. I can hear it a little bit, but I can't hear my voice. So I'm kind of operating in the dark, but that's what's going on here. But so I didn't really have time to look for that record again, look for the new copy of that. But anyway, that's for Oldies Fan in our YouTube chat room. That's Big Joe Turner, September 1953. Really a great record. Honey Hush is the name of the tune. That's on the Atlantic record label. Let's move into 1954 now. Fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro. As we go to the Herb Slotkin's Grand Records for this one, and this is a true original. I mean, it's nice vinyl. The label's a little bit kind of not faded. I don't know, dirty maybe a little, but it's an original copy. And Frank requested the Castells. This was their third of 7 on the Grand record label. And this is from January of 1954. It features the voice of George Grant on lead. This is about going out to Frank Gingaro, the Castells on Grand. It's called Do You Remember for Frank.
Recall the night when I held you oh so tight.
go. That's the great sound of the Castells. George Grant and the Castells, that's their third release on Herb Slotkin's grand record label, January 1954. The Castells with Do You Remember? You know, I got fired for playing the Castells here on the Vinyltreasure show. But that one there, great request for listener Frank Gingaro. He is one of the co-hosts. Frank, along with Gordon Skagberg of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. They are Sunday afternoons beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 5:30, 6 o'clock on WRHU 88.7 FM out of Hofstra University. They will not be on tomorrow afternoon, and the following Sunday will be Easter, so they will have a pre-recorded show. They're not there live, but they will be back after Easter, and you can check them out on radiostationusa.fm/online/WRHU. That, I think, is the best way to listen to the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank and Gordon. They'll be live, in 3 weeks they'll be back. You're having some time off, Frank. You get to clean up and do a lot of things with your records. That's what Johnny G needs. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener James Stone. I don't know if I didn't see James Stone in the chat room. I may have missed him, but maybe he's tuned into the program. Yes, he is, because he told me he was going to be listening as we go to Brooklyn, New York, for this next group. I think this is their debut single. Came out in 1954. They recorded for other labels too, Mercury, Wing, and this is their first record, I think, out of New York City, the Kent record label. And I was asking Grok, Grok, about this, and they don't know anything. He doesn't know anything about the music. I'm telling you, he doesn't. But this group included two black members and two white members. The black members were Billy and Larry Austin, and Bert and D. Carroll were the white members. They formed in their neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York, and this features Larry Austin on lead, and this is from 1954. This is for James Stone, the Four Guys on Kent, and I have this one on red vinyl. It's called You Don't Have to Tell Me. This is for James Stone.
You don't have to tell me, for it's plain to see. There's no need for lies. I can read your eyes saying you don't love me. You don't have to tell me. Now that we're apart, and if you explain, can it help the pain here within my heart? I took you for granted, and I feel ashamed. Now I understand it. Maybe I'm to blame. So your eyes have told me more than you could say. Best of luck to you. I'll just say adieu and be on my way. I took you for granted, and I feel ashamed. Now I understand it. Maybe I'm to blame. So your eyes have told me more than you could say. Best of luck to you. I'll just say adieu and be on my way. Guess I'm no romancer, You don't have to tell me.
There you go, by request for James Stone in our YouTube chat room. That's Larry Austin on lead with the four guys on Kent Records, 1954. I think that's their first record. I do. You Don't Have to Tell Me is the name of the tune, and they have other releases also on Wing, I think Coral, Mercury. I think those are the labels I saw them. They were around in 1954, 1955, I think, is their time period. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Again, I hate to ask you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, but it's very, very important to do that so we don't get shut down. But let us continue in 1954. You all know this group out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Feature them often on my Thursday 78 show, but they go way back to 1945. This is a request for listener Casey Hines in Paris. They signed with Capitol Records in 1950, had a ton of releases on the Capitol record label, backed up the likes of Nat King Cole, and on several Capitol sides that he did. In 1954, they would have their biggest hit with I Get So Lonely. Actually, I featured that song, by the Aubrey Twins on Wednesday evening. But here's one they did with George Vereen on lead. This charted number 7 on WVSE in Somerset, Pennsylvania from August 1954. Let's give a listen to the Four Nights on Capitol. This is for Casey Hines. It's called Easy Street.
Easy Street, I'd love to live on Easy Street. Nobody works on Easy Street. Just sit around all day. All day. Just sit and play the horses. Life is sweet for folks who live on Easy Street. No weekly payments you must meet. That makes your hair turn gray. Turn gray. When opportunity comes a-knocking, you just keep on with your rocking, 'cause you know your fortune's made. And if the sun makes you perspire, there's a man that you can hire to plant trees so you can have shade on Easy Street. I'm telling everyone that I meet, if I could live on Easy Street, I wouldn't want no job today. So please go away. Easy Street, I'm telling everyone that I meet, if I could live on Easy Street, I wouldn't want no job today. So please go.
There you go, August 1954 release there for the Four Nights. That one there going out to listener Casey Hines. That's George Vereen on lead. Easy Street is the name of the two. Johnny G is on Easy Street playing these 45s. Well, I think I might be, but I am definitely not. It's far from easy for Johnny G. We are in the 1954 block, and let's fill a request for Ramon Ortiz in our YouTube chat room, as he wanted to hear my original 45 of this. Ramon, thank you for your email, and if you want to email Johnny G with your requests, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I too have a reel-to-reel Sony reel-to-reel tape recorder that I don't know if those tapes are any good, though. Got it in 1978. Actually, my Aunt Mary won that contest that Gus Gossert was having. You had to send in your top, I think it was 5 or top 10, maybe top 5 songs, and they compiled it, but they fired Gus before he ever did it. I think Jim Pewter came in, and I have that entire show on reel-to-reel, but I'm afraid to play it. And then what I did is I turned them around and I taped all stuff on the other side. I taped the time capsules, and I don't know what's on there, but I taped like the time capsule show. I taped some TV show. I did a whole bunch of things, but I don't know if those tapes are any good because they've been sitting around for a long time. But anyway, this is a request for listener Ramon Ortiz in our YouTube chat room. This singer, songwriter, and actress by the name of Anna Marie Woolridge, and she was known professionally as Abby Lincoln, with releases on Liberty and Riverside, and appeared in the 1956 film The Girl Can't Help It. But this was her debut single, came out on the Bahari Brothers Flair record label, and this is actually a cover tune, first done back in 1940 by Ted Daffin's the Ted Daffin Texans. But this song made famous by Les Paul and Mary Ford. Joe Barry also recorded this tune also in 1961. I think he had a hit with the tune. But let's give a listen to this version from August 1954 by request for Ramon Ortiz. Anna Marie with Blinky Allen and the Stardusters and their rendition of the tune, I'm a Fool to Care, for Ramon.
I'm a fool to care when you treat me this way. I know I love you, but what can I do? I'm a fool to care. I'm a fool to cry when you tell me goodbye. You left me so blue when you were untrue. I'm a fool to care.
I know I should lie and call it a day,
but I know I would cry if you went away. I'm a fool to care when you don't care for me. So why should I pretend I'll lose in the end? I'm a fool to care. I'm a fool to care when you don't care for me. So why should I pretend I'll lose in the end? I'm a fool
to care.
I'm a fool to care.
That's a cool rendition there. By request for Ramon Ortiz in our YouTube chat room there. I lost my place. That's Anna Marie, a.k.a. Anna Marie Woolridge, along with Blinky Allen and the Stardusters, August 1954. That's on the Bahari Brothers Flair record label out of California. Song in their rendition of the tune, I'm a Fool to Care. Johnny G is no fool to care. We always care here on the Vinyl Treasure Show here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. Let us stay in 1954. Fill a request now for listener Jerry Gingaro, this great group out of Harlem, New York. And this is a song I first heard on the Time Capsule Show. It's the group's fourth release on High Weiss's Old Town record label. It features Bobby Williams on lead, and this was the only song that Bobby did lead on. Of course, the majority of the tunes were done either by Herman Dunham, a.k.a. Herman Curtis, or Milton Love. But this one from December of 1954, this tune originally done back in 1932 by Bing Crosby. But let's give a listen to this version by the Solitaires, going out to Jerry Gingaro. The Solitaires with I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance for Jerry.
I don't stand no ghost of a chance with you.
I need your love so badly. I love you all so madly, but I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I found you, but of the arms around you, but I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. Would you surrender just for a tender kiss or two? You might discover that I'm the lover made for you. Yes, I'll be true. I'm so good on asking I know I must be dreaming, but I don't stand a golden chance with you. Ghost of a chance with you.
Well, they're liking that one there in the YouTube chat room there. That's the great sound of the Solitaires. As I say, their fourth release on High Weiss's Old Town record label, December 1954. their rendition of the tune "I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance." Remember, as a young teenager, me, graduated high school in 1976. I was listening to the Time Capsule show at the time. I didn't, of course, it was on beginning in 1963, and writing down songs like that took me a while to find. I mean, it took me so many years to find that record. I think I bought my first copy from Chris Ciccone. It was kind of trashed at the time, but anyway, they like that one there in the chat room there, and that was Bobby Williams on lead. It's too bad that he really didn't do lead on any other singles. I think that was the only one he did, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, really. But listen, Milton Love and Herman Dunham, they were great leads too. I mean, I think they're probably one of the two. If any group had two great leads, that was a group that did. Those are the Solitaires. Thank you all for being here on this Saturday evening. Again, if you're new to the program, lots of people just finding out about this show, and this was our second show of the week. I'm hoping to do 3 next week, but I do a show on Wednesday evenings, a soul show. If you like 1960s soul records, a touch of the 70s too, tune in at 9 p.m. right here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio, because they blocked it out and people went over to oldiesandmore.com to listen. But on this coming week, I'm scheduled to do a 78 show on Thursday afternoon. That's beginning at 3 p.m., but we'll see. Maybe I'll rush it as I do. We'll see. Maybe I'll go back and look at some recycled ones that I've played last year to see. That'll be easy for me to research. And then I'll be back here next Saturday beginning at 9 p.m. till midnight spinning your requests. And if you do have a request, it's best you send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1955 now and fill a request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. This gal originally, though, she is from Philadelphia, first recording for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label beginning back in 1952, then relocating out to the West Coast. Now, in 1954, she would sign with the Bahari Brothers Modern label, and her first release on the label, which I do have, I remember Spence sold it to me, she was recorded as Linda Peters. That was her first release on the Modern record label, and probably because she was still under contract with Savoy, so she kind of cheated a little bit on that one. But this was her very next release. Her name, Dolly Cooper, and Bill requested her second of 4 on the Modern record label, and it's with Miles Davis and the orchestra. Let's go to August 1955 for Dolly Cooper on Modern Records. It's called Ali Ba for Bill Sheriff.
Hey, lover, you hear me calling? Ooh, la la, baby, I'm falling. You know what I'm trying to say, so don't look the other way. Hey, lover, you're my heart desire. Ooh, la la, set my soul afire. I'm shouting as loud as I can, so please say you understand when I say, hey, lover, ooh, 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 la la, hey, lover, ooh, 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 la la. If you only wave your hand, I know that you understand. Hey, lover, sugar-coated darling. Ooh-wee, la la. Don't you hear me calling? You know what I'm trying to say. Do I have to tell you more?
There you go. That one there by request for Bill Sheriff there, the sound of Dolly Cooper. And I don't know who the group is backing her up. Could that be possibly the Jacks? I don't know. But that's a cool tune. August 1955 on the Modern Record label. A La Ba. I said it wrong. Al, it's not Al. It's A La Ba. Johnny G's got problems with phonetic pronunciations, I have to tell you. And but anyway, so that is a cool tune. Okay, Marvin says possibly what the Flames or the Flares, and it's one of those two, I guess. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the year 1955. Let's fill a request now for listener David Prater. Thank you, David, for your email. He emailed Johnny G at Vinyltreasures at AOL.com. This is the only release for this group. Came out on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records out of Los Angeles, California. Now, this song written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Cleo Page. Cleo Page, and he was also a guitarist. And I think he would have later solo releases on other labels, Dalton and Goody and Train and others that Charlene has here. But this is from September 1955. Let's send it out to David Prater, the Rolling Crew. Okay, the Rolling Crew on Aladdin Records. It's called Cryin' Emma for Dave Prater.
Honey, why are you packing? Where are you going?
I'm leaving you, Emma.
Well, stop crying, Emma, 'cause I ain't going to stay. Well, stop crying, Emma, I ain't going to stay. You've been a mean mistreater and I can't go on this way. I'm tired of your talking, you better let me go. I'm tired of your talking, you better let me go. Daddy done turned mean and he sure don't want you no more. Oh no, crying Emma, you can't fool me no more. Oh no, crying Emma, you can't fool me no more. Wipe the tears from your eyes, 'cause I'm walking out that door. Shut up. I'll give you everything that a poor man could afford. I'll give you everything that a poor man could afford. Now I'm going back home way down that sunny road. Stop crying, Emma. Shut your mouth. I'm going back home. Shut your mouth.
As September 1955 release there for the Rolling Crew. The Rolling Crew on the Aladdin record label. That's by request for Dave Prater. Cryin' Emma is the name of the tune. And that featured Cleo Page on lead. So Reed King in our YouTube chat room said had some blues, well, funk. I think blues and funk releases, solo releases later in his career. Johnny G and Charlene, please mark down that Reed wants the flip side of that for next week. So we will oblige with that as we continue here. Again, if you are new to the program, please consider subscribing. I can't tell you enough. That is so important to do. But let us continue in the year 1956. Let's fill a request for Liam in Australia for this group from Brooklyn, New York. They called themselves the Montclairs. They have just one release on Joe Leibowitz's Premium Records, which was out of Linden, New Jersey. It's a great two-sided 45. It features Arthur Perry on lead. Other members of this group were Ricky Long, James Allen, Bill White, and someone named Tucson, whoever that is. Let's go to February 1956. This is for Liam, the Montclairs on Premium. It's called My Every Dream for Liam.
You're in my every dream, dreaming. Well, darling, I love you so. Why did you? Yet why did you go? I need you, for you're in my every dream. Now, darling, can't you understand? I want you. You're my one demand. I need you, for you're in my every dream. Time goes by, how it flies, and I miss you so. Please come home, darling, yeah, because I love you so. Now, darling, can't you understand? I want you. You're my one demand. I need you. You're in my every dream.
If you like ballads like Joe Shacatano does, you got a lot of ballads tonight. That's a good one by the Montclairs. That's Arthur Perry on lead, February 56 release there. That's going out to Liam in Australia. My Every Dream is the name of the tune. That's on the premium record label. If you want to collect the label, now they're not all easy to find on the premium label. I think I'm missing one of the later ones. I have all the others up to that point, or maybe I have them all. I have to see. One is not in great shape, but anyway, we are in the 1956 block. Finally found this record for listener Tom Shaughnessy in Florida, for this singer from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He was born November 19th, 1929. Now, he graduated from Temple University in 1952. His childhood ambition was to be an engineer, but that changed after he first tasted the music world, however that is. I guess maybe when he tried to sing or record, I don't know, but he signed with Sid Nathan's King Records out of Cincinnati, Ohio in 1955. He would have 12 releases for the King label. Tommy requested his fifth, and he used a couple of different names. First, Earl King, but he had to change it because there was an Earl King, so he became Earl Connolly King. I think that's how he is on this one, yes. And this tune written by Earl Carlson, who first recorded this song back in 1950. Wait a minute. Written by Earl Carlson, first done in 1950 by Red Perkins on the King label. That's how that should go. Let's go to March of 1956. This is going out to listener Tom Shaughnessy, Earl Connolly King. It's called Big Big Blue Diamonds for Tom Shaughnessy.
Big diamonds, big blue diamonds on her finger. gentle band of gold. Big diamond, big blue diamond, tell the story of a love that no man could ever hold. Well, she wanted more than I had money to buy. So she left me, then got lonesome, I'm told. Big diamond, big blue diamond, now she'll trade them for the love behind that band of gold. Well, I'd gladly do my part to mend a broken heart, but love that's warm over soon grows cold. Big diamond, big blue diamond, I don't want them. I just want a love behind a band of gold.
As going out to Tom Shaughnessy, that's the sound of Earl Connolly King, March 1956 on the King record label, Sid Nathan's King Records out of Cincinnati, Ohio, his fifth release called Big Blue Diamonds. I never saw a blue diamond. I asked Barbara if she wanted a diamond. She said no, but you know what? That's fine as we continue. And we are in the year 1956. Let's fill a request for Edmund Williams. Now, he told me that this was his favorite record of all time. Okay, I will take it, and it's a great rockin' tune. So we've been playing lots of ballads. Now you're going to have to get up and dance with this record, because it is a frantic record by this group from Harlem, New York, and they are called the Valentines. They recorded for George Goldner's Rama record label. This was their fourth of seven for the Rama label. Again, it features the great Jimmy Wright along with his orchestra. He's got a mean sax break on this tune, really does. It features Richard Barrett on lead. This charted number 7, a number 7 record on WILY and WHOD. If you were listening in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, April 56, by request for Edmund Williams, the Valentines on Rama. It's called the Woo Woo Train, the Valentines.
Well, there goes the train, moving down the line, taking my baby away. Feels so bad I can cry. Oh no, there goes the train, moving down the line, taking my sweetheart away. No, she's gonna stay. Oh no.
I told you that was a frantic one there. That one there by request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. He said that's his favorite record of all time. Those are the Valentines. Richard Barrett on lead from April 1956 on George Gollner's Rama Records. The Woo Woo Train is the name of the tune. Johnny G taking you down that musical train here on a Saturday evening on this cold night here in Westchester County, New York. Cold weather for this time of year, but we are in the 1956 block. Let's fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room as we go to Don Pierce's Hollywood record label. This tune co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Joe Lyons. His backup group is called The Arrows. Now, the instrumentation is being provided by a group called The Batmen. Who are the Batmen? I don't know, but this is from December of 1956 for Joe Shacatano, Joe Lyons, and The Arrows. It's called No End to True Love for Joe Shacatano.
There's no other way. There is no end to true love. No other way to the stars above. I want to know, do you love me too? Please tell my heart that you'll be true. You're my happiness. No one can take your place. I need you, darling. I do. Darling, I do. Love is a feeling the words can't explain. A feeling for each other over and over again. There is no end to true love. No other way to the stars above. Tomorrow may not come, but my love will live on. There is no end to my true love.
Johnny G getting caught here is what I did because I had to write something there. Charlene's didn't print out because it was longer. So anyway, but there you go. That's Joe Lyons and The Arrows by request for listener Joe Shacatano, December 1956. It's on the Hollywood record label. No End to True Love is the name of the tune. I don't know if that's true, but anyway, we won't discuss it. But let us continue. Now, I'm going to tell you, it was finding this record for James Stone, it was sheer luck. It was, because I've been looking for this record in the collection for a long time, and I didn't have it in my R&B stuff because it has it's a 20,000 series on Columbia Records, and with the 20,000 series on Columbia, that is the country western series. And not that I don't have a lot of great Marty Robbins does some great, actually some pretty cool records with like groups in the background on Columbia, some early sides. I had to go scrounging for this, and I bought this from Mike Demersion. He had it for $3. He had a promo copy, a vinyl promo copy, and somebody wrote on this. Somebody wrote something like, Don't Throw Away, they wrote on this record. I didn't throw it away. But it's a request for listener James Stone, this singer from Providence, Rhode Island. He's basically a country singer, really. His name, Richard Wait a minute. Well, I take it back. Yeah, Richard Zakarian, I think. And he recorded as Dick Richards. Now, this was his first of 4 on the Columbia label. It's with Eddie Zach, who is his brother, and the Dude Ranchers, which included Jackie Mena, Frankie Moon, Harold Allen, Tony Pascia, and Eddie Zach. And this song was originally done by the Prisonaires. They did this tune in 1953 on the Sun record label. So this is an interesting tune. And it's really, the flip side of this is pure country, but not this side. This is actually a pretty decent cover tune. And so it's really not bad. It's not. So let's give it a spin here. July 1956, by request for James Stone in our YouTube chat room. Dick Richards with Eddie Zach and his Dude Ranchers on the Columbia record label, and their rendition of the tune, Just Walking in the Rain, for James Stone.
Just walking in the rain, getting soaking wet, torturing my heart by trying to forget. Just walking in the rain, so alone and blue, all because my heart still remembers you. People come to windows, they always stare at me, shake their head in sorrow, saying, who can that fool be? Just walking in the rain, thinking how we've met, knowing things have changed, somehow I can't forget. To windows, they always stare at me, shake their head in sorrow, saying, who can that fool be? Just walking in the rain, thinking how we've met, knowing things have changed, somehow I can't forget. Walking in the rain.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, by request for listener James Stone, July 56 release on Columbia Records, the Columbia Country Western series, which starts with the 20,000 series. And that is Dick Richards along with Eddie Zach and his Dude Ranchers with their rendition of the Prisonaires tune, Just Walking in the Rain. You know, you can do a whole show with rain songs. That is definitely for sure. Let's move into 1957. Let's fill a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. Ronnie, you get a week off. The schools are off, I think, next week, if I'm not mistaken. So Ronnie doesn't have to go to work, doesn't have to drive the bus. So that's a good thing. You can buy records now, Ronnie. And this is a great tune by a group called the King Bees. Now, there's another group called the King Bees, but they are out of Washington, D.C. They recorded for Lloyd Price's KRC record label. This group is on Max Feartag's Flip Records out of Hollywood, California. Let's go to June of 1957 for Ronnie Sherman. The King Bees on Flip. It's called Give Me Your Number for Ronnie. Sounds of California here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there going out to listener Ronnie Sherman, June 57 release. They're called the King Bees on the Flip label. Give Me Your Number. Well, you can contact Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Consider sending me a request or also talking about the music. Lots of nice emails I've been receiving from listeners in the UK. Thank you for your correspondence as we continue here. 1957. Let's go back to Baltimore, Maryland. Let's fill a request for Big Dave Swinger. They had 12 releases on the Atlantic record label during their career spanning 1951 to 1957. This was this their final release, Charlene? I don't know if it was. Maybe. I thought there was another one behind it, but maybe this is their final release. Features the great Ernie Warren on lead from January 1957. Let's give a listen to the Cardinals. I love the Cardinals. The Cardinals on Atlantic, and I love this tune. By request for Big Dave Swinger. It's called One Love for Big Dave.
One love. This is my first love. never knew someone like you would care for me. Oh, one love, this is my best love. Your eyes will shine, your lips near mine, so heavenly. I feel a glow, something that's strange and new. I tremble so whenever I'm with you. One love, this is a true love. Years may go past, our love will last. No love like our one love. I feel a glow, something that's strange and new. I tremble so whenever I'm with you. One love, this is a true love. Years may go past, our love will last. No love like our one love. One love, one love will always be true.
There you go, January 1957. Whoops, yeah, release there for Ernie Warren and the Cardinals. It's on the Atlantic record label by request for Big Dave Swinger, and a song entitled "One Love." I think because he went off to he was drafted into the Army, and they still continue to release records by the Cardinals, and I think I said one of the other guys took over on a couple of the up-tempo things, but he was really the main lead for the Cardinals, and he has such a great voice. And he unfortunately was unfortunate that Ernie suffered a major stroke in the fall of 2005 and permanently lost the ability to speak, and he passed away on July 30th, 2007 at the age of 78. But such a great singer there that we remember here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let us continue in the 1957 block and fill a request for listener Julian McCroy. You all know this group out of Newport News, Virginia, the Great Five Keys. They were signed to Aladdin Records. Then they ended up on Capitol Records, had so many fine releases on, of course, both labels, and King too, by the way. This is on a Capitol EP. It was called The Five Keys on Stage. I didn't show you the cover, but this is the one that they brushed out the there was the first guy. I don't know who the first guy is. I don't know them by visual, but there was something on this album. Well, the LP came out, and also the EPs, and there was a kind of like a little mark on the first guy, and it didn't look right, so they kind of brushed it out. And this one is brushed out, but I do have one of the three that is not. But I'll show you this a little closer after. But this was, there's like three parts to this EP. I think they have 4 EPs in all. I do have them. Spence was able to get me all the EPs. Now, this is a great tune. This never came out on a 45, and features Rudy West on lead. This tune written by Benny Davis, Peter DeRose, and Mitchell Paris. Now, this was first done back in 1942 with Vaughn Monroe and his orchestra with a vocal by Marilyn Duke on the Victor label. But let's give a listen to this version from February 57 by Rudy West and the Five Keys. It's a Capitol EP. It's going out to Julian McCroy. It's called All I Need Is You. I hope I lined this up right, folks. Let's hear it.
Don't need $1,000,000 to make my dreams come true. Baby, all I need is you. I don't need a fortune teller to tell my troubles to. Baby, all I need is you. Don't need the sun, don't need the stars, for at last I realize I found the sun, I found the stars shining in your eyes. I'm right at the gates of a heaven, and I could walk right through. Baby, all I need is you. Don't need the sun, don't need the stars, for at last I realize I found the sun, I found the stars shining in your eyes. I'm right at the gates of a heaven, and I could walk right through. Baby, all I need is you.
There you go. That one there by request for listener Julian McCroy. That is Rudy West and the Five Keys, February 1957. That's off their of the Five Keys on Stage. Their third, I think it's part 3. I guess that's what they called them, part 3. Song entitled All I Need Is You. That is on the Capitol record label. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show and fill a request for listener Bill Obe, who celebrated a birthday yesterday. So we have to say happy birthday to Bill Obe. He will soon be my in-studio guest. Once I get all these things ironed out, Bill will be my first guest. We'll come up with a date, and we'll let you know when Bill will be here. I think up first will be his gospel special, so that I think he's all ready for that. We didn't really talk much about that, but we want to wish a belated birthday wish to Bill Obe, tuned into the program, and he requested this song by this group out of the Bronx, New York. Female lead with male backing, and it's their only release. This came out on a label called Mode, let's say MODE Records, and it features Marilyn Durant on lead, and I think she was married to one of the group members. She was, and this is a great two-sided 45. From September of 1957. They're called the Juveniles, and there's a clip of them doing this a cappella, by the way, both sides of this record. The Juveniles on Mode Records by request for Bill Obe. Happy birthday, Bill. The song is called I've Lied. The Juveniles.
I've lied.
I've lied.
Baby, just for you I've cried. When I thought we were through, I've lied. Just because I love you.
Just because of you.
I've lied.
Such a great record there by request for listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. September 57 release. The Juveniles there. The Juveniles on the Mode record label. Marilyn Durant on lead. I think what you say is her name was her maiden name Bishop, I think. Big Dave mentioned. The Juveniles with I've Lied. We'll get the flip side on for Daryl Letts next week. I think Marvin Pod mentioned it. Marilyn would leave the group, and in 1959 they recorded as the Twilighters on the Finesse record label, and also recorded as the Embers on Empress. And I saw that Marvin Pod mentioned that in the chat room. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Don't forget, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Have to be signed in, and give me a thumbs up and click that bell to get notifications when Johnny G goes live. We are in the 1957 block. Let's do a flip side request as we head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This song requested by both Daniel Kubacki and Daryl Letts. Featured the flip side of this on the Vic record label for listener Paul Michel, the ballad side called You Must Be True. That was last week. And Daniel and Daryl requested the up-tempo side. It's a duet with Leon Daniels and Anna Mae Jackson. They both co-wrote the tune. Anna Mae's, their brother and sister is what they are. I said husband and wife. They're brother and sister. But this is from November of 1957. Let's give a listen to the El Vinos. The El Vinos on Vic Records, a subsidiary of RCA. It's called My Heart Beats Faster. It's for Daniel Kubacki and Daryl Letts. Man, Johnny, you messing up tonight, big time.
Oh, 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 my beats faster, 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 my beats faster. For you, my love, I swear to love you. My stars above, and like my love, I just can't sleep. Oh, can it be my faith will leave? My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it, feel it. Heart beats faster, whoa, you're by my side. Please, won't you realize? I want you for the rest of my life.
I'm dreaming, I'm dreaming, I'm wondering where you are when you're not near me. My love is not far. My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it.
Oh, my heart beats faster. Whoa, you're by my side. Please, won't you realize? Love me, love me, love me.
I'm dreaming, I'm wondering where you are when you're not near me. My love is so far.
My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it. My beats faster, touch it. My beats faster, feel it. My beats faster, want it.
Now, some of these records are for the young at heart, because I can't get up at 66 years old and dance this fast music anymore. Those days are over. I'll throw my knee at a place. I need a replacement as it is anyway, let alone. But that is a great up-tempo tune. That one there by request for listener Daryl Letts and Daniel Kubacki. Those are the El Vinos. That is Anna Mae Jackson and Leon Daniels, November 1957, on the Vic record label, My Heart Beats Faster. Now, Anna Mae Jackson recorded as Ann Keith on the Memo label. It's a great two-sided 45 she does, I think from 1960, if I'm not mistaken. But we are in the 1957 block. Let's go to Inglewood, New Jersey now and fill a request for listener Emnon. I think he requested all their records for this group. They had 7 releases on B. Caslin's Hull record label between 1956 and 1962. Last week, I think we played their first for Emnon. This is their 3rd release, and it features Bob Lee on lead. He also wrote the tune. I like this record a lot, from December 1957. Let's give a listen to the Avons. The Avons on Hull for Emnon. It's called You Are So Close to Me. The Avons.
You are so close to me. Love in your eyes. That's where I want you with me, under the moonlit sky. I used to walk along, not knowing right from wrong. That was my destiny, but I'm with you this wondrous night. I never knew that I would fall for you, and I never dreamed that you could love me too. How could I know that you'd come my way after all? Who knows what fate has in store? So close to me. You are so close to me. Our love was meant to be. I'll love you tenderly until eternity.
While sitting here with your hand in mine, my thoughts are filled with love divine. And I ask myself why. Is it because I've been lonely? Or is it really because
You are so close to me. Our love was meant to be. I'll love you tenderly until
As by request for listener Emnon there, those are the Avons, Bob Lee and the Avons. That's their 3rd release on the Hull record label from December 57, You Are So Close to Me. So my father, so I had all my records up here one afternoon, and of course I was working, I don't know where, it was either, I was working for Sony Music out in Lyndhurst, over there by Medieval Times. They were over by the Medieval Times area, was their back office. So I had a box of records up here. I think they were stacked. And my father had the electrician come here, I don't know. So I come upstairs, and the records are on the floor. They're either, I don't know who knocked them over. Either they moved some of the boxes, and one of the records fell. You know how when they're stacked and they'll fall, and they look like a deck of cards on the floor, right? So the first record there was this record, not this one particular record. So I come upstairs and I see this record. I see them on the floor. Of course, I freak out. And this copy of this record was cracked. It was cracked. I was pissed. So I ran downstairs and I was like, what the hell happened upstairs? First of all, who knocked over the records and who stepped on this record? So I think I paid $75 for the 45. It was Stone Mint. And so I was looking for another copy because I freaked out. And you can get a copy of this record. Eventually, Spence would get me a copy. But I ended up paying $125 for it, for the mint copy. And so that one, $75 down the drain, and then $125 for that. I was so upset. Another time I was upset when my nephew, he's 30 years old now. So imagine going back, well, not quite 25 years or whatever. So I use a spin clean machine to clean my 45s, it's a pain in the neck, but I find it the best way to clean records. And I was cleaning them up here, and I had it like on a card table, and I would listen to every record I play. So my nephew Joe comes up here, and he was jumping around and running around in circles, and I'm like, Joe, please be very careful. You might hit the table, and it's in a little basin, and the water in the basin kind of moves like this. So anyway, it was time for dinner, and we all went downstairs. And remember, I'm in the attic cleaning the records and listening to them. So he disappears, and nobody knows where he is. Well, evidently, I come upstairs, and after I cleaned, I don't know, there must have been about a stack full of records. So I'm going to get the next record, and it's wet. So I said it's wet. So of course I freak out, and I see that he hit the table. He must have come up here running circles. I mean, he was like 3 or 4 running circles here, up here. I got an open space up here. Bill knows because he's been up here. And he must have hit the basin, and it went on the stack of records that were not sleeved. And there was an Apollo record by the Casanovas, and there was I forget another one, like on those green labels that'll run. I was pissed. I yelled at my sister. I said, you're going to pay me $450 for the record that you wet and ruin the record. And they're like, well, you never should have left him out. I said, I never should have left him out. He shouldn't have been running around in circles here. I was not happy. Of course, I never got the money, and I ended up sticking with the record. But that's the moral of the story. If you have little kids or grandchildren, let's put it that way, and you're trying to clean records, don't have them around. Don't do it. Don't do that. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Nat Papagallo. He's in Naples, Florida, but he is not in Naples, Florida tonight. He is over in the UK with his wife, B. And Nat, I don't know if you're listening to the show at this time, unless you got your hours all messed up, because London is, I got Mark Himphin from the UK, East End. Mark is tuned into the program, but he's in London with his wife. I says, I'll play your request, and he wants to send his request out to all the UK dancers, because he normally requests ballads, but he requested an up-tempo tune. So this is for Nat Papagallo. Also, will send it out to his wife, B, and he wants to send it out to all the UK listeners. This group out of Manhattan. This song, interestingly enough, was co-written by Jimmy Jones along with Bobby Moore. It features Little Butchie Saunders on lead. This is on Al Tate's Good record label by request for Nat Papagallo, March 58. The L chords on Good. It's the B-side. I think it's the B-side. Yeah, because because Peppermint Stick was the A side. The B side here, it's called Gee, I'm in Love. It's for Nat Papagallo in the UK.
Gee, I'm in love with that wonderful girlfriend. I'm in love, love again. Yeah, she's mine, oh mine, oh yeah. Girlfriend, I love her with that wonderful girlfriend. I'm in love, love again.
There you go. That's Little Butchie Saunders and the L Chords there going out to Nat Papagallo over in the UK tonight with his wife B. Wants to send it out to all the UK listeners. March 1958 on the good record label. Gee, I'm in Love is the name of the tune. Now, whoever owned this record, Marvin Pod said it really is hard to. I have a VG copy that came in a collection. But if you look in Louis Silvani's book, he's got a couple records in there with someone by the name of Jack, like that. So whoever Jack was, I think he had original records. I think this is an original for sure on that, because and there's so many different variations of this record because it was played so much in the early 1960s and again in the 1970s again. So many reissues. But let us continue here. We are in the 1958 block. Let's do a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Now featured this group called the Raindrops for Matey Campoy last week. She requested Dim Those Lights on the Vega label, and a tune co-written, I should say featured Henry Houston on lead. He also co-wrote the flip side here. And let's give it a spin here. And from May of 1958, these are the Raindrops. Raindrops on Vega Records, the flip side of Dim Those Lights. It's for Daryl Letts. It's called Oh, Oh, Baby, the Raindrops.
Oh, 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 baby. You know I tried.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Daryl Letts, the flip side of Dim Those Lights, song entitled Oh Oh Baby. That is the Raindrops there, May 1958 on the Vega record label, and that one there by request for Daryl Letts. Mike Pecos sold me that 45 as we continue here. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. As we go back to Brooklyn, you all know this group had a big hit with their song called Silhouettes in late 1950. I think it was late 57. You either have it on the XYZ label or maybe on the Cameo record label, but let's give a listen to their third of eight on the Cameo and XYZ labels, I guess. Okay. Written by the label owners Frank Slay and Bob Crew. This features Hal Miller on lead, and this charted on WIBG in Philadelphia. This was number 87 on that survey by request for Chris Reed, July 58. Let's give a listen to The Rays on XYZ. And has anyone out there ever been an elevator operator? For Chris Reed.
Man, I got to catch them strolling as they fall in and out the door. Perfume reservations to the moon. Black shorts and white club shoes. Free shrunk faded young Marine. Wax lingerie. Hey lady, watch that door. Short, fatter, skinny, sacks in any size. Lipsticks, purple passion for the chick. Hoochie coochie rockin', boppin', rollin' elevator. 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 Now 7 needs for your new chemise. Stop with the shoving, buster. From a line, shabop, shaboop, shabam, down we go again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stop.
Next car.
Let me out. Well, I'm an elevator operator in a department store. Man, I got to catch them strolling as they fall in and out the door. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Basement.
There you go, the sound of the Rays. Hal Miller and the Rays, that one they're going out to a listener, Chris Reed, in our YouTube chat room, July 58. Elevator Operator is the name of the tune. I'm telling you, when I was working in the city, I tell you those 11 days. I worked for Macmillan Book Publishing for 11 days down in New York City. They were on, I think, the 57th floor. Did you ever take one of those fast elevators up? Whoa, they are. And I'm like, if I get stuck in something like this, I'd go out of my mind anyway. But let's continue. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room, as we have Billy Ward and the Dominoes up next. Of course, you know they first recorded for Sid Nathan's Federal and King record labels, but they would sign with Liberty Records for 6 releases, and David requested their 4th release, this tune co-written by Duke Ellington way back in 1934, and I guess he did it first, but it features ex-Lark lead singer Gene Mumford, the great Gene Mumford on lead. Let's go to February of 1958, going out to David Silberg in our YouTube chat room, Billy Ward and the Dominoes, and their rendition of the tune, Solitude.
In my solitude, you haunt me with reveries of days gone by. In my solitude, you taught me with memories that never die. I sit in my chair, I'm filled with despair. There's no one could be so sad. With gloom everywhere, I sit and I stare. I know that I'll soon go mad. In my solitude, I'm praying, dear Lord above, send back my love. Dear Lord above, send back my love.
Oh, that's a great sound there of Gene Mumford on lead with the Dominoes. Billy Ward and the Dominoes by request for listener David Silberg. They like that one there in the YouTube chat room. February 58 on Liberty Records, their rendition of the tune Solitude. We are in the 1958 block, and let's fill a request now for listener Indrajit Advani, as you know, I've been asking. Well, I've been playing like songs that the other versions of songs than the original version of songs. Well, Indrajit said, Johnny G, I have a suggestion. I would like to hear a song and then a song that sounds similar to it. I guess like a song we can call The Lawyers on. I said, okay, well, let's do that. So up first, this is the original version of this tune, and you know this group from Brooklyn, New York, as the lead singer on this recorded for the lead of the DuPonts and also the Chesters, but then he became the lead singer of the Imperials. They had 14 releases on George Gollner's End record label, and this was their big hit. Okay, big hit, number 4 on Billboard, number 7 on Cashbox. Anthony Bourdain on lead. I'll be playing this first, and then we're going to follow it up. This one released in July of 1958. The Imperials on End with Tears on My Pillow, and then we're going to follow it up with a record from May of 1963 on the Lash label out of Philadelphia, as done by Fanny and the Varsells. And then we'll play them I'll play them one right after the other, and just listen to the songs. And this is actually a request for these two plays for Indrajit Advani over in the UK. So up first we have July 58 release, The Imperials with Little Anthony on lead on N Records with Tears on My Pillow.
Not so long ago, you
Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you. Love is not a gadget, love is not a toy. When you find the one you love, she'll fill your heart with joy. If we could start anew, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd gladly take you back and tempt the hand of fate. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you.
Just a year ago, when he walked out the door, he was the guy, and I loved him so. If I could find a guy exactly like him, you might think I'm a fool, but I would try again. He was the guy, and I loved him so. You know I love you and always will. When I kiss your lips, oh, what a thrill! You know I love you with all my heart. Now hope that we will never part. If I could find a guy exactly like him, you might think I'm a fool, but I would try again. He was the guy, and I loved him so.
There you go. You know, I didn't get the right copy of this record. I have a vinyl press. I don't want this is a styrene press. I don't want the styrene press. I messed up. But anyway, there you go. It's kind of close there. You can call the lawyers on that, really. I hit the table, folks. That's what happened. These needles sound good. Don't they sound pretty good on the records? I think they do. But anyway, there you go. By request for Indrajit Advani. We first heard Little Anthony and the Imperials from July 58 on George Goldner's N Records with Tears on My Pillow, and that one there from May of 63, Fanny and the Varcells out of Philadelphia on Lash Records, a song called The Guy. That group is out of North Philadelphia, and there is a female lead with male backing. It features Fanny Lee Cobb on lead, and she wrote that tune. Evidently, she had Tears on My Pillow going through her head there, and Fanny would then join Honey and the Bees, but not the group on the Arctic or the Josie labels. I think Honey and the Bees on the Fontana label, if I'm not mistaken. But there you go. Those two by request for Indrajit Advani in the UK. Let us continue now. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. This group is from Brownsville in Brooklyn, New York, and this is their only release. Came out on Herb Weiner's Gary label. The song released in July of 1958. Now, this is the intended B-side, I think. Charlene has. And it features William Dennis on lead from July of 1958. Going out to Bill Sheriff, the Tokens, not the Tokens, not the Siegel. What's his name? Jeez. Something Siegel. Can't remember his first name as I lose my mind. Token. Jay Siegel. Jeez, Johnny. These are different Tokens out of Brooklyn. Well, I think the other ones are out of Brooklyn too. But this is on the Gary label. The song is called Doom Lang for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room.
Doom lang 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 doom lang lang doom lang 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 doom lang 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 lang. Why should you cry? Just kiss me goodbye. I'll be just a lie. Why can't you smile? I love you so. Tell me why you smile. I won't be gone for long. I won't do you wrong. I'll always be true because I love you. Please, darling, please come home to me. You are please come home to me. Oh, I'll be waiting and I'll be listening and I'll be calling you on the telephone. Why should you cry? Just kiss me goodbye. I'll be just a while. Why can't you smile?
There you go. That one there by request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Tokens. The Tokens from Brooklyn, New York, July 1958, released on the Gary record label. And this one that I featured, I played the one with the 1650 Broadway with the block print, which is not the true first press. The first presses should read, I think, 201. I did show you. Didn't I show you a 201? No, I'm sorry. That one, wait, that's 1650. Wait a minute. Oh, that was a first press. I played the wrong press. Darn it. I knew that was wrong. Oh. Anyway, so I see that I did have the 201 West 49th Street is the true first press, and this was a styrene press, which I don't know. Geez, they went to styrene because they went to Columbia to press these up. I don't know. Johnny G messed up there, but anyway, I do have the first press as I lose my mind. But let us continue here, and I added this record here because we lost this singer. We just lost him. On April 9th we did. We lost Lenny Welch. Lenny Welch, born in New York City on May 15th, 1938. Then he would relocate. He was raised in Asbury Park, New Jersey. This was his first solo release. He signed with Decca Records, had 2 releases on the Decca label. I want to play his debut single. This is from June of 1958. He was 18 years old when he recorded this. And I think the gals backing her up are some of the Shirelles, because the Shirelles recorded for Decca around this time, June of 58, with this release. It's a great two-sided 45. This is the ballad side. This is the late Lenny Welch on Decca Records from June of 1958. This is actually the intended B-side. It's called My One Sincere, as we pay tribute to the late Lenny Welch.
Is it your kiss, my dear, that sends echoes ringing in my ear? Or is it your voice I hear? You're my one sincere. I love no one else, my dear. Always apart in my heart, that's clear. Just you and I alone, my dear. You're my one sincere. Could it be your love or thoughts of you I'm thinking of, guided by the master above? Surely there will always be forever you and I love no one else, my dear. Always apart in my heart, that's clear. Just you and I alone, my dear. You're my one sincere. I love no one else, my dear. Always apart in my heart, that's clear. Just you and I alone, my dear. You're my one sincere.
Yeah, that's the debut single for the late Lenny Welch there. And a vocal group in the background. Supposedly some of the Shirelles are backing him up. There's some girls on that side. June 1958, his first of two on the Decca label, My One Sincere. We'll play the flip side next week, which is a great up-tempo. I think it's Rocket to the Moon, which is a great tune. Let us continue here. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo. This is actually the debut single for this group out of Harlem, New York. And this is the B-side. Yes, actually it says it's the B-side. Issued on Central Records, which was out of New York City. Now, this group included Ernest Mickey Goody, he was tenor, Earl Marcus, also tenor, John Marcus, baritone, Robert Jeffers, a.k.a. Bobby J., he was the bass, and lead singer on this, Sylvester Sonny Jackson. He was the lead. This tune written by the label owner, his name is Malcolm Newkirk. He owned this Central record label. This is from June of 1958. I showed you I don't know if this ever came out on black Central. I showed you a yellow copy. I forget, I got it from somebody down south, down in Louisiana. But this is a nice mint copy out of Norm's collection on the pink Central label. These are the Ladins, going out to Tommy Albergo. The Ladins on Central with their tune called Did It.
Boom, 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 dee, dee, boom, boom, dee,
Oh, my darling, I love you so, so, oh, so much. I really need you. I thrill to your touch when you kiss me. Chills run up my spine, oh, my darling. You are my Valentine. Oh, I love you. I really love you so. I really need you. I'll never let you go when you kiss me. Chills run up my spine, oh my darling. I love you, oh my darling.
Darling, I need you, baby, more than flowers needs rain. For without you, sweetheart, my heart would be in so much pain. For I'm in love, and you're to blame.
My baby, I love you so, oh, so much. I really need you. I thrill to your touch when you kiss me, baby. Chills run up my spine, oh my darling. I love you, oh my darling.
There you go. By request for listener Tommy Albergo. That's the sound of the Laddins there, June 1958 release. Their debut single on the Central label, featured on the Pink label. Actually, the first presses come out on the Yellow label. I have a note here. Then the Pink was the second. But mine is in better shape than that's why I didn't play the Yellow label. Anyway, that is a Sylvester Sonny Jackson on lead. The bass, Bobby J, was a DJ here in on WCBS FM, was playing the oldies for many, many years. And, of course, was, I don't know if he still performs or not, but he used to have a radio show, too, after he left CBS. But anyway, let us continue here. Up next, a record is as old as your host, Johnny G. And this is on, I think it's Goldner's TG Records, or Goldner and some other partners own the TG record label. Now, you know what the biggest hit, well, I don't even know if it was a national hit, but it wasn't a national hit, maybe a New York hit. You might have, I have 3 or 4 records on this label. Of course, the Clusters, you may have the Clusters on this label, TG Records. I think I have something called by the Timbers, I think is the other one. I might have 3 or 4 on this label. But this group is called the 3 Notes. And it's a request for Matey Campboy in California. What else do we have on this? It's the only release, so I got nothing else on here. I wanted to see the writers, Charlene, from September 1958. This is for Matey Campboy. They're called the 3 Notes on TG Records. The song is called Bertha, My Love. This is for Matey Campboy.
Bertha, my girl, 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 girl. I love you so, whoa, 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 whoa. Never let you go, 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 go. Bertha, my girl. Bertha,
There you go, by request from Matey Campboy in our YouTube chat room. The sound of the three notes. I would take it they are a trio. They sound like a full group. September 1958 on the TG record label, Bertha My Girl. I said love. I don't know why I say love. I have love on my mind is the name of the tune. Let me see something for a second. Is this MK Publishing? Possibly. No, this is... What publishing is this? I can't even see. Oh, yeah, it is MK Publishing. No, Banks Music Company. Okay, Collins and Turner are the writers, and Livingston and Turner. I wonder who Turner is. Maybe something to do with, it's got the George Goldner matrix numbers, and this is the G296. So anyway, it's not an easy record to find, I should tell you that much. There you go from Matey Campboy. Let's move into 1959 now. Let's fill a request. It's a flip side request. First for Emnon, because we played the other side of this for Emnon last week. This group from the Bronx, New York, and also Liam in our YouTube chat room, Volantra, I guess. These are the Teen Clefs, and this is on Johnny Louise Richardson's Dice label. Of course, it's really Zell Sanders' Dice label. And last week we played Hiding My Tears with a Smile. And Shirley Bryant, she is the lead singer on this from February 59, a rare record on Dice. The Teen Clefs for Liam and Emnon. The Teen Clefs with Sputnik.
There goes Sputnik. Only possible you go back down with it. Yes. So
That's February 1959 release there for the Teen Clefs. The Teen Clefs on the Dice record label. That's the Shirley Bryant on lead. Sputnik is the name of the tune. That's going out to a listener, Amnon, and also Liam in our YouTube chat room. Now, this record plays better than it looks. It does not look good, but when I heard it for the first time, and I said, I'm going to take it, and it's a hard record. It really is. I'm still looking for that Chalons. You're never going to find it. For the people that I know, very few people own that Chalons record, I will tell you. I have the premieres with a terrible label tear on one of the sides, but I do own that Premieres. That's another rare record. Anyway, let us continue here. We are in the year 1959. Let's go to Hollywood, California now and fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. This group had 2 releases on the Brunswick record label. Joe requested their second, the song written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Robert Draper Jr. This charted number 8 on KFXM in San Bernardino, California. Let's go to February of 59. By request for Joe Shacatano, the Accents. Accents on Brunswick. It's called I Give My Heart to You. This is for Joe Shacatano.
Do, do, do.
I give my heart to you, hoping someday we'll be together. I feel this way. Someday we will fall in love. I try not to worry when you're not around, but I can't stop the teardrops that fall to the ground. Someday we will fall in love. I know I don't have the right to love you this way. I don't even know your name. New lovers may come and the old love may go, but I know I'll get you 'cause I love you. So I try not to worry when you're not around, but I can't stop the teardrops that fall to the ground. Someday we will fall in love, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love.
There you go, by request for listener Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Accents. The Accents out of Hollywood, California. That's their second release on the Brunswick label from February 59. I Give My Heart to You is the name of the tune. I think this group did well for Brunswick Records because their records were played on the radio there. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, let's fill a request now for Tommy Albergo, tuned into the program. I don't know much about this group. I think it's a Kitty lead, though, if I remember right. And this is on Leo Rogers. I think Leo Rogers owned this label, Lo-Fi Records, out of New York City. And the writers on this are S. Fields and M. Shepard. It was released in June of 1959 for Tommy Albergo. I have to be careful for second presses on this, but this is an original. These are the Mistakes on Lo-Fi. The song is called Chapel Bells for Tommy Albergo.
Chapel
Okay, Liam says this group is out of the Bronx, New York. There you go. Got to mark that down, Charlene. June 1959 release. They're called The Mistakes. I don't know. You're right. Who would want to be called The Mistakes? It doesn't sound good. That one there on the Lo-Fi record label. It's called Chapel Bells. Reed asked Johnny G, what is in my dead wax? So let's see. People that don't know about the records, you know what the dead wax is on a 45? This is the dead wax right here. There's no grooves in there. This is the lead in. Let me see, what is in my dead wax? Well, there is something X'd out over here, and it says, what does it say? It says something over here. It is it's very LF, wait, I can't see. LF 1, wait a minute, 1 something. LF, I can't read it. It looks like a 1 and then something else. It's too dark down here. So I don't know, Reed, what's it supposed to say in the dead wax? The other side. So you could tell, look how wide the dead wax is. When they boot a record, the one thing they can't get right is this part. They can't get this part right. They don't match up when you compare an original to a bootleg or a reproduction. They can never get the dead wax correct. So just so you take note of that, those of you that are collecting. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. Let us continue here. This is fill a request now for listener Paul Michelle as we head to Detroit, Michigan. This is, so I tested artificial Grok, Grok. I tested Grok on this record. I said, Grok, so tell me, what year did this record come out? Okay, did it come out in 1958, 1957, 1958, or 1962, or neither of those years? So it came back to me, and it said, with reliable sources, Johnny G, this record was released in 1962. I said, oh, really? This record was released in 1962? I said, did you check the copyright on the record? Did you see it? So he said, I think it said, I didn't check the copyright. I said, well, check the copyright. So I gave him the copyright and whatever. I said, this record, the copyright on this side was May 1959. May 59 on this side and June 59 on the flipper, July. So I said, why on earth would a record on a small independent label be the copyright in 59 be released in 62, number one. So it can't be 1957, can't be 58, it's got to be 1959. So he was like, oh, well, with your logical reason, you are correct. You can't take everything for granted on the internet. I said, really? So anyway, you got to be careful when you use artificial, well, maybe in these early stages, and it's learning from me is what it's saying. I said, well, learn this. I said, go in the databases and check the copyrights on all the records I ask you to look at, and then you can come back and tell me the release date. It didn't give me one correct release date. So Barbara, it's not working correctly. But anyway, let's get to the record. This is by request for Paul Michelle. It's a rare record, it is. It's on Alonzo Tucker and Clarence Jackson's All Jacks label. And it's the group's, actually, it's not their second, Charlene, it's their first, because their second came out in 1960 on the Warcon label. This is their first. So they had it wrong, so we have to change that. This tune written by Warren E. Pippin, and I don't know who the lead is on this, but they're called the Celtics. And this is for Paul Michelle, a rare record from June 59 on All Jacks. It's called Can You Remember, for Paul Michelle.
Can you remember, I can remember.
I can remember kissed as sweet as wine. I was yours, my darling. Yes, then you were mine. I loved you so madly, and I thought that you were in love
promise caused me tears to shed. I cried and I cried and pleaded some too. You left me, said you're through. And since you've been away, every night I pray, darling, please go back to me. Oh yes, my heart is very sad, and I feel so bad. Please, in this misery, oh, so tell me, lovey, that you're coming home, and that you will always be my very own. We'll gather love's embers and start all anew. I hope it's true. You can remember. Can you remember? Can you remember? Try to remember.
Yeah, Rare 45s here for a Saturday evening. Those are the Celtics. Celtics from June 59 on the All Jacks label out of Detroit. Can You Remember is the name of the tune. Johnny G can't remember anything anymore. He used to have a photographic memory as we continue here. And we are in the 1959 block. Let's go to, let's fill a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. This group first recorded as the Four. Wait a minute. Yes, the Four Dots. Wait, they first recorded on Bullseye. Oh, they're two. Okay. This group is not the Pittsburgh group, okay? This group, so that's not correct. Okay, so there was a group out in California. They were known as the Four Dots. They recorded for Freedom Records, and it was, what was the name of that tune that they did, the ballad? Jewel Akins was the lead singer on that. I forget the name, but Jewel Akins, Jerry Stone, signed with Freedom Records, so they changed their name to the Four Troys. But they were the Four Dots before. They're not the Four Dots on the Bullseye label. That was a group out of Pittsburgh. But this is a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. The members of this. Wait a minute here. Kay Johnson. Okay. The members of this group were Kenny Johnson, first tenor, Melvin Peters, second tenor, Manning Rosemont, baritone, Marvin Brown, bass. This is on Johnny Capehart's Freedom label out of Hollywood, California. It features Kenny Jackson on lead. So let's see. Group out of Name the Four Dots with members. Okay, so maybe these were members of the Four Dots, and then they replaced Jewel Akins, and I don't know. That's what I think possibly happened, because this is the Freedom label, and the Four Dots are on this label, so I definitely don't think they're the group on the Bullseye label. Let's go to April 1959 by request. I'm sorry, folks. By request for Ronnie Sherman. These are the Four Troys. The Four Troys on Freedom. It's called what we've been doing tonight. Suddenly You Want to Dance. The Four Troys for Ronnie Sherman.
Do 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 bom 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 bom. You see her smile across the crowded room, and
Say, here you know you have lost your romance. Never, never let her go. Suddenly you wanna dance. Suddenly, you could dance a lot of ways. Say, here you know you have lost your romance. Never, never let her go. Suddenly you want to dance.
Do 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 bom 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 bom.
Then suddenly you want to dance.
That's going out to Ronnie Sherman there. Those are the four Troys. It's on Jerry Capehart's Freedom label. Didn't Eddie Cochran record for the label or play guitar in the background for the label? I don't know. There you go, April 1959. Suddenly You Want to Dance. That's what happens sometimes here when you tune in to the Vinyl Treasure Show. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing. So we have been lucky, knock on wood, that we haven't had the copyright police come out, but I'm testing the waters with this next record. It's a request for listener Jim Lampley in Texas. Actually, this is an old request of yours, Jim, that I had on the account. So I figured that I'd feature Lenny Welch again. He'd recently passed away, but he would sign with Archie Blier's Cadence Records after he left Decca Records. Had 9 releases for the label. This is his first. This was his first release on the Cadence label, and this made it up to number 45 on the Billboard charts. This song written by Cindy Walker, originally done by Eddie Arnold, did it back in 1956 for the RCA record label. I featured it not too long ago by the Four Fellows also. Let's go to January 1960 for the late Lenny Welch on the Cadence label by request for Jim in Texas, and his rendition of the tune You Don't Know Me for Jim.
You give your hand to me, and then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone could tell. You think you know me well, but you don't know me. No, 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 you don't know the one who dreams of you at night and longs to kiss your lips and longs to hold you tight. To you I'm just a friend, that's all I've ever been, but you don't know me. For I never knew the art of making love, though my heart ached with love for you. Afraid and shy, I let my chance go by, the chance you might have loved me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away beside the lucky guy, to never, never, never know the one who loves you so. No, you don't know me.
beside the lucky guy to never, never, never know the one who loves you so. No, you don't know me.
Yeah, no copyright police on that. There, and that sounds good. That's a styrene press. Well, maybe because I changed the needles. I don't know, but the other ones weren't that bad. But I decided to change the needles today. But there you go, by request for Jim Lampley in Texas, the late Lenny Welch from January 1960. That's his first release on the Cadence record label. You Don't Know Me is the name of the tune, but you do know me. I am Johnny G, your Saturday night disc jockey, as we continue here. And let's fill a request for listener Mike Sape in Connecticut. He wants to send this one out to all the UK crowd. That would include East End Mark, Indrajit at Tony C, and we're going to have to say Nat Papagallo and his wife B are out there in London tonight on vacation. And this group is from the Watts and Compton area of Los Angeles, California. They auditioned for Dootsy Williams, owner of the Dutone record label. He signed them right out of the box right away. They would have 13 releases on the Duto record labels between 1954 and 1960. Now, Mike, wait a minute. What does that say? Timothy William, wait a minute. No, it's not. Williams, the owner of Dutone Records. Wait a minute. What does that mean? Their debut single was their biggest hit, a song called The Letter, which came out in July of 1954. There's duplicates on this one, but this one is their 11th release. From January 1960. It features Vernon Green on lead. This is Vernon Green and the Medallions, and we heard Sputnik earlier. That was 1959. 1959 and 1960, everybody was fascinated with space and satellites and alien monster movies and all that. So hence the space themes. And this is one at the time that was a space-related record from January 1960 by request from Mike Sape, going out to all the UK listeners. Vernon Green and the Medallions with Rocket Ship.
Let's take a rocket ship and fly to the moon. We'll taxi down the Milky Way and swing around Mars. Take a left over Jupiter and pass a few stars. A rocket ship. A rocket ship. A rocket ship, take a trip. I jumped a little place and it's not the worst. Got the maddest little humble in the whole universe. It's run by a cat they all call Mr. Peter, rock and roll king of the purple people eater. Rocket ship. Rocket ship. Rocket ship, take a trip. If you wanna time this out of this world, climb aboard my rocket ship and take a whirl. Rocket ship. Rocket ship. Rocket ship, take a trip. on my rocket ship and take the world. A rocket ship. Rocket ship. Rocket ship, take a trip.
Here you go, by request for listener Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room. That is Vernon Green and the Medallions, January 60 release on the Dootsy Williams Duto on that one. Duto Records, Rocket Ship is the name of the tune, and going out to all the UK listeners. Now, that record, I purchased that from Ripley. He's no longer with us, but and his brother used to sell too on eBay for many years, but I used to buy from Ripley when I was a young collector. Got his name from Discoveries or Gold Mine when I used to buy, and they were on the cheap too, like for $3. I didn't play more than like $10 on records from Ripley, and he was a nice person too, I have to say. As we continue, here we are in 1960. Let's fill a request now for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room as we head back to Newark, New Jersey. Oh, I don't know, maybe we didn't go to Newark, New Jersey, but this group is from Newark, New Jersey. First recording for B. Castlin's Mascot record label. Their debut single, You Know It, was called The Book of Love, would get picked up by Leonard Chess's Argo Records for national distribution, but after Argo Records, 2 came out on Hull Records in 1960, I think, or in 61. This was their first tune, written by the bass of the group. His name is Frank Smith. It features Charles Patrick on lead. This is an excellent ballad by the group, known for their up-tempos, from August 1960, going out to Chris Reed, the Monotones, on Hull. The song is called Dream.
Do, 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 do.
Dream, oh how lovely, lay your head down and go on and dream, and when you awake, you'll find me waiting there beside you. I love you so, oh darling. Give me one more chance, oh darling. I really, really love you so, oh darling. Give me one more chance.
Yeah, those are the Monotones. They can do ballads and they can do up-tempos. That one there, a great ballad that they do on B. Castlin's Hull record label, the Monotones with Dream for Chris Reed. That one there released in August of 1960. We stay in the year 1960. Let's fill a request for listener Timothy. He was in our YouTube chat room. I don't know if he still is, but this group is out of Cleveland, Ohio. They recorded for Bob Shad's Shad record label, and this is is this the intended B-side? I don't know if it is, because I play the other side of this record called Blue Eyes, but Timothy, both sides are good on this. This tune written by Mickey Baker of Mickey and Sylvia fame and Lee Greenlee. Of course, Lee Greenlee, he has a release, I think, on the Time label, which was a sister label to Shad Records. This features Harvey Hall on lead from June of 1960 for listener Timothy. The Big Five on Shad Records. It's called Stardust in Her Eyes for Timothy.
Stardust in the eyes of my darling casts a spell of loveliness when I'm close to her. Heavenly as the stars in the sky above, she's the girl that I will love forevermore. To me, you're a blessing that's sent from above, who's come only for me to love. So, darling, take this heart I offer you, and remember I'll still be true to no one but you. To me, you're a blessing that's sent from above, who's come only for me to love. So, darling, take this heart I offer you, and remember I'll still be true to no one but you. No one but you. Oh, I love you. I love you. Stardust in your eyes.
There you go, by request for listener Timothy there, the sound of the Big Five from June of 1960. Song entitled Stardust in Her Eyes is the name of the tune. Now, it was funny, it was Andy Lamusio sent Johnny G a text that he wanted to know what would happen with the show being... the show was banned on, well, it was blocked on Wednesday, so which was a bummer. But he mentioned, and in the mention, he said to me, you know, Johnny, Forgotten Spring by which is, was talking about the weather because it was so cold. It's like 38 degrees out, 38 degrees in the month of April. I don't know. But anyway, so I was thinking, I said, well, maybe I could play this record for Andy Lamusio, and I said, I'll play it. I won't let him know. He made a comment on Facebook, so I said, Andy, I'm playing you this record. And then he said he went to school with the lead singer of the group, and that's pretty. And he said he went to school with the little Anthony was in his class or in a couple classes in there. But anyway, this record was originally, I should say this song, not the record. The song was originally released in November of 1960 on a label called Bella Records, which was out of San Jose, California. They actually did two on the Bella label. And it was their second release, a tune written by the lead singer of the group, Euless Mason, and this group called the Martells. And it would get, I don't know what happened, but it would be re-released on the Cessna label, which is a harder one to find, believe it or not, and came out in February of 1961. I think it was what do you call it? Mastered. It was mastered differently because it has a better. Now I don't know if it's because the The other label is Styrene, because this is a nice hard vinyl press of it. So anyway, I'm going to feature the Cessna label, the Cessna record. I don't think I've played it before. I played it on the first label, which was Bella, but originally came out in November of 60. I'm playing the February 61 release, and we're going to send it out to listener Andy Lamusio, who was tuned into the program. Euless Mason and the Martells. The song is called Forgotten Spring, for Andy.
Do you recall that the moon was high and the night birds did sing? We pledged our young love, I to you and you to me, and promised always to heaven hold eternally. And now, my love, the moon has faded. The night bird song has grown old. Why you took your love from me, I'll never know, my darling. I love you so. High up above, you and I, darling, were making love. And now the moon is gone, the birds don't sing their song, and darling, I'm all alone. Do you recall that? The moon was high and the night birds did sing. Why you took your love from me, I'll never know. It happened in a forgotten spring.
There you go. That one there going out to Andy Lamusio, who's in our YouTube chat room. That's Euless Mason and the Martells, originally released in November of 1960. Shows you that Bella promo on a Styrene. Then it came out on Cessna Records. That is not the first press. It's actually the second press. One of the few times that the second is more expensive than the first. Johnny G here as we move into 1961. Let's fill a request for George Chestnut, who was in our chat room much earlier in the program, and he wants to send this record out to your host Johnny G as we go to Philadelphia now. And you know this group, which included Frank Maffey, Joseph Terry, David White, and lead singer Danny Rapp. Collectively, they were known as Danny and the Juniors. Of course, they had a big hit in 1957 called At the Hop. Then they went over to Swan Records. They had 9 releases on the Swan label. I like their rock and roll records, I do, of course, but they're more rock and roll, and Dick Clark would play these records on American Bandstand because it was easy for those teenagers to swing to these records and those ballads, even though we might prefer those grinding ballads. But George requested the group's third of 9 on the Swan label, tune written by Frank Slay and Bob Crew. This is from January 61, Danny and the Juniors on Swan, and this is not in great shape. I have a mint one somewhere. I think I do. But anyway, I guess we'll play it for George Chestnut. It's called Pony Express.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy high, oh silver. Whoa, 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 whoa.
you go. That's going out to George Chestnut. That's Danny and the Juniors. That's January 1961. It's on the Swan record label out of Philadelphia. It's called Pony Express is the name of the tune. I would bet that Dick Clark played that on American Bandstand. All those records on Cameo Parkway and Swan were big hits. At least here on the East Coast, and they had a empire there in Philadelphia. They're selling the records. They did. Let us continue here. We stay in 1961. This is a girl group out of Orange, New Jersey. A request for listener Timothy. They first recorded as the Starlets back in 1960 for Astro Records. Then they would sign with Jerry Granahan's Caprice label, and they had 5 releases on the Caprice label. They were sisters Barbara and Phyllis Allbutt and Linda Jankowski. Collectively, they were known as the Angels. I don't think Peggy Santiglia was with the group at the early start. This was their second release. Actually, this is the B-side. Their first record was a song called Till. That was a big hit for them. This is a B-side to their second. The A-side was called Cry Baby Cry, which was, I think, a hit for the group. And the B-side is a nice ballad co-written by Jerry Granahan. It's with Hutch Davey and the orchestra from January 61 by request for Timothy. These are the Angels on Caprice. It's a B-side. It's called That's All I Ask of You for Timothy.
To be alone with you and do what we used to do and drink a cup or two. That's all I ask of you. To see your smiling face, to feel your warm embrace. These things I can't replace. That's all I ask of you. Each day I think about you and all that we used to do. Please give me one more chance, dear, and I'll make up for the heartbreak that I caused you. Give me one loving glance. That means I stand a chance. We'll start a fresh romance. That's all I ask of you. That's all I ask of you. That's all I ask of you.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Timothy, January 61 release. The Angels there. That is the flip side of Cry Baby Cry. That was the hit side. This is the B-side. That's All I Ask of You. Came out on the Caprice record label. I just want to see something, who the writers are on this. Harmon, Granahan, and Forrest. Or no, I can't read that. Farrell. I don't know who they are. Well, I know Jerry Granahan, of course. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in 1961. Let's fill a request for Nat Papagallo. I don't want to say he's in the UK, but he wants to send this one out to the UK Dancers. This group is from Canton, Ohio. They were managed by Retta Robbins, who co-wrote this tune. Came out on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label. It features Charles Davenport on lead. This is from July of 1961. Let's give a listen to the Parakeets. The Parakeets on Jubilee Records for Nat Papagallo. It's called Shangri-La.
our love that said we never part.
Doesn't that sound like a little bit like Love Bound? You know that song called Love Bound? Who does it? The Universals, I think. That's a cool up-tempo tune. By request for Nat Papagallo. You got that in your jukebox, Nat, maybe? I'm asking. But there you go. He wants to send that one out to all the UK listeners. July 61, the Parakeets on Jubilee. That's Charles Davenport on lead with Shangri-La. Now, in 1967, he would become lead of the Childs, Chylds. That's interesting. Okay. And we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let me get my last couple pages here. And up next, okay, it's getting tougher and tougher to find records for John Engstrom, but I did find one. It's a brother and sister act from Woodside, Queens, New York. They are Harry Josasi and his sister Irene. Now, they recorded as Gino and Gina, first recording for the Mercury label back in 1958. They had a big top 20 hit, a song called Pretty Baby, and they went on to have 5 releases on the Mercury label through July 1959, and I think they had one more on Morty Craft's a Warwick label, which I do have, but John requested their very last release, which came out on Brunswick Records. Now, the interesting thing about this is all their records are, the publisher is Figure Music, so they were involved with Alan Freed because he pushed their first record, and I think they performed at his live shows at the wherever, Paramount Theater, Brooklyn Paramount. They were always on the bill, and I think Dick Clark also promoted this group, so I don't know what it was, but Alan Freed was involved with this duet of brother and sister. And Gino, again, is Harry Josasi, and this is one that John doesn't have. I don't know. John doesn't know this one. And I think this one, it's almost like a teen sound, but I think with the because of the Alan Freed connection and the rock and roll connection, I decided to play it. And they are Armenian descent, is what it is. And it was interesting because when I bought records from Mike Demerge and his wife Carol, they were teenage sweethearts back in 1958, and Mike is Armenian, and he said, and she said to me, Johnny, do you have a record called Pretty Baby by Gino and Gina? That was Mike and I love that record, so in memory of Mike and Carol Demergian. But we'll send this one out to John Engstrom, May 61, Gino and Gina on Brunswick Records. It's called Why Do You Make Me Believe, for John Engstrom.
When I knock on your door, knock on your door, why do you make believe you ain't home? Why do you make believe you don't love me anymore?
It's a shame, but I love you so much. Oh, oh, so much. So I ring your bell, ring your bell. Why do you make believe you ain't home? Why do you make believe you don't love me anymore? Ring, just keep on ringing, ring. Keep on ringing, ring.
There you go. That one there going out to John Engstrom. Duets here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's Gino and Gina. They were brother and sister from May 1961 on the Brunswick label. Why Do You Make Me Believe is the name of the tune. Now, I mentioned about the figure music with Alan Freed, and he was instrumental with promoting their first single. I think there are other ones too. Now, they would and again, he would be on their live shows. Now, Harry Giosassi, he's that's like an Italian name. He went on to record with Donnie Marchand. I mean, Donnie Marchand's got some good teen records with groups behind him, like Round and Round, which is a good record he does. They recorded as the James Boys in 1966 on the Columbia label. They have 2 singles. I know I have one of them. But anyway, there you go. That's for John Engstrom. Let's continue. One more in 1961, and this is a request for Reed King. Is this one of the rare records, Reed, on the on Lummy Fowler's Lumtone record label, which was out of Los Angeles, California? One side was called A Baby for Your Love, which was issued twice on Lumtone, 107, first in November of 61, then again in March of 1962. Now, the flip sides of the records were different. So I think with the first flip side, Lummy pulled it, and he pulled it because he was sued by the Monotones. The Monotones sued him. They felt that this song was a steal of their 1958 hit called Book of Love. So the Monotones sent him a cease and desist letter and said, you better pull that record, and he did. So he changed it. So this record was pulled, and that's why it's one of the rarer ones to find. Greg sold me this record many years ago, a nice copy too. But tune written by Lummy Fowler. The group is called The Upfronts. This is from March of 61. This is going out to Reed King. The Upfronts on Lumtone. It's called I Stopped the Duke of Earl. This is for Reed King.
Well, I wonder
Who's out the Duke of Earl? Who stopped the Duke of Earl?
Kicks with your Duchess. We did the twist and the hully gully. Ooh, yes we did. Served first time, mashed some taters too. Yes we did. All the Duke could do was look while I took his girl. I'm a road cutter. I stopped the Duke of Earl. I'm a real hot twister. I stopped the Duke of Earl. Come on, baby. Twist again. Duke dropped by the twisting place, but his dancing was a mess. I said, Duke, I'm cutting in on you. I want to get my kicks with the Duchess. We did the twist and the hully gully. Ooh, yes we did. Served first time, mashed some taters too. Yes we did. All that Duke could do
Yeah, they look like they were robbing from a number of songs there. So they robbed from what? Gene Chandler's Duke of Earl. They robbed from the Monotones' Book of Love. They did something like it sounded like The Twist. There's a whole bunch of things that they said, that's it. We can't put this one out. So he pulled it back and they put another a song on the flip side of that. But there you go. That one there by request for Reed King in our YouTube chat room, March 61. The Upfronts with I Stopped the Duke of Earl is the name of the tune. We got 4 records to go before we sign off here. And let's fill a request for listener Gary Hendren in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I love this group out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Marcells, and they had 13 releases on the Colpix record label. This is their 9th release, and who was mentioning? Trent, you were talking about novelty tunes. If I'm going to play a novelty tune, okay, because I'm not crazy about novelties, but I like a record like this is what I do, and I like a lot of their records. Look, I guess it could be the bass or whatever it is, I don't know, but it features Cornelius Harp on lead. This was their 9th release on the Colpix label from July 62, the Marcells, for Gary Hendren in Alabama. It's called Loved Her the Whole Week Through, the Marcells.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Loved her the whole week. Dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby. Treated her on a Sunday, took her out on a Monday. Well, now then, what did you do? Tuesday night, oh, we were walking in the moonlight. Wednesday and Thursday, we had hands in the park. Well, now then, what did you do? Held her close, 'cause she was afraid of the dark. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Loved her the whole week. Dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby. Friday night we were alone together. What did you do? I'm here to tell you we didn't talk about the weather. Oh no. Saturday night, oh, she let me kiss her. Then what did you do? Sunday morning I began to miss her. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Loved her the whole week through. Friday night we were alone together. Well, now then, what did you do? I'm here to tell you we didn't talk about the weather. Oh no. Saturday night, oh, she let me kiss her. Well, now then, what did you do? Sunday morning I began to miss her. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Loved her the whole week. Dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby dum. Dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby dum. Dum dooby dum dooby dum dooby dum. Dum dooby dum.
There you go, by request for Gary Hendren in Alabama, the sound of the Marcells, Cornelius Harp and the Marcells, July 62. That's their 9th release on the Colpix label. Loved Her the Whole Week Through is the name of the tune. That's actually the B-side of the 45, which I do prefer over Friendly Loans. I do. As we have 3 more 45s to go before we sign off here on a Saturday evening, let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room as we head to East LA, East Los Angeles for this next group. First recording, I think they first recorded for the GMP Crescendo label in 1964. They also had releases on the Charlena and Bandito labels. This is on Leonard Marmola's Dottie label. Leonard Marmola was their manager, and he owned this label, Dottie Records. He also... I don't know about writing credit, but wait a minute. Yes, he does. It's interesting that he gets writing credit on this, which is really not correct, okay, because this song is tune done by the Dan Lears. Okay, the Dan Lears was written by Danny Webb. Okay, but they I guess the manager said, I can do what I want on my labels. I don't know, maybe because it wasn't a big hit, but either way, this was their first of two on the Dottie label. They were known as the Amber Tones. Okay, the Amber Tones because they were named for an amber jacket that they would wear. One member always wore, the lead singer. His name is Charlie Munoz. He was the lead singer of the group from 1965 by request for Adrian Viterbo. The Amber Tones on Dottie with their rendition of the tune, One Summer Night.
One summer night, we fell in love. One summer night, I held you tight, you and I, under the moon of love. One summer night, I kissed your lips. One summer night, I held you close, you and I, under the moon of love. You kissed me, oh so tenderly, and I knew these were love. And as I held you, oh so close, I knew no one could ever think of that. Oh, one summer night, we fell in love. One summer night, I held you tight, you and I, under the moon of love. Moon of love.
And the sound of East LA here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico. Those are the Amber Tones from 1965 on the Dottie label. That's Charlie Munoz on lead. Their rendition of the tune One Summer Night. They have later releases on Ray Jack Newman and Treasure Chest and White Whale Records. I think I do have their White Whale release anyway. Two more 45s to go here before we sign off. Let's fill a request for Gary Hendren in Alabama for this Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania group. They have actually one release on Joseph Tomanio and Joseph Lopesti's Joey label, which was also out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, the group included William Brown, Charles Sonny Crosby, Vernon Crosby, Harry Struthers, and Ken Turner. Collectively, they were known as the Silver Tones. And this is from 1963, the Silver Tones on Joey Records for Gary in Alabama. It's called Thinking of You. This is for Gary. Wait.
to me, my dear, oh, my dear. My days are so lonely. My nights are so blue. I'm here and I love you oh so much, my dear. Come back to me, my dear. I love you so, my dear. Oh, my dear. My days are so lonely. My nights are so blue. I'm here and I love you.
There you go, by request for Gary Hendren in Alabama. That's the sound of the Silvertones. Silvertones from 1963. That's out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the Joey record label. Thinking of You is the name of the tune. Some low riders to close out the show for this evening. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s requested by you, the Vinyl Treasure Show listeners. If you need to get in touch with Johnny G, you want to send me an email, you can do it at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way to get me your requests, but receive so many emails during the week communicating with lots of listeners that have been finding out about the program, talking about their musical experiences with records and whatnot. So that is a good thing. That's what we do here on the program. And I had a hard time with the requests this week because I couldn't eliminate some of them. But I wanted to do a little special with the late, pay tribute to the late Lenny Welch, too, which I did on the Wednesday night show. This is the third show of the week, so that does it for the week. I'll be back on Wednesday evening, beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight, with the Soul Show. So if you like soul music from the 1960s, you need to tune into that program. And then I'm scheduled to do a 78 show at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday afternoon. I play 78s. You can check them out, the shows, if you're not sure. Because a lot of people have different tastes, but many watch all the shows, and each one kind of communicates with me on their favorite shows. Some people like the 78 show. Many people like this show. Other people like the Soul Show. And some are in for all of them. Others just pick and choose the shows that they like. So you can, and you don't need to stay for the whole show either. We had a big crowd here. Still had about 100 listeners all night, at least in the chat room. There were 600 viewers tonight on the program. That's good. I just hate when they shut me down, because I lost half of the listeners last Wednesday because I played that Unifix record, and it totally pissed me off about it. But I'm at the mercy of these the people that monitor YouTube and the owners of the content. But I'm playing real records. I'm not playing. These aren't. I didn't steal the records. I bought these records and I play them on the air. And it's an educational show. I don't just sit here and play the records. And I give you my spin on my history of collecting, because it's actually a lifetime of collecting to amass all these records, because I've been doing it for since I was in high school, and that was back in the mid-1970s. So now that I'm retired with a lot of other responsibilities now, that I now do the 3 shows, but it takes a lot of time. Charlene goes crazy looking on the research and whatnot. She tries to find information, does a great job doing it, and that's not even her forte, really, but maybe it became her forte. So she knows where to look for some of these things. I gave her a lot of the tools to work with. But that's what we do every week here. So I appreciate if some of you will subscribe to my YouTube channel, tell your friends about it, as the show will be aired, not this show, I'm usually a week behind, KKSM, and I got to thank Zeb, because we're also on Palomar Radio, KKSM 1320 AM, which is out of Palomar College in San Marcos, California. I'm there, so I'll be on it's on at 6. I'm on for 3 hours. He airs 3 hours of the show beginning at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 9 o'clock here on the East Coast for 3 hours. So if you want to listen, I think it probably is last week's Saturday show. But sometimes he picks the 78 show, and sometimes he picks, but mostly the 50 show. And I play these records by year. So anyway, so that's it, folks, for tonight. We got a closer for listener Mike Sape in Connecticut, and he wants to send this one out to Johnny G and all the Chatters, this great group from Brooklyn, New York. Started recording back in 1961 for Belltone Records. You may know their debut single, a song called My True Story, but they had so many hits during their career. And after Belltone Records, they would end up on United Artists. That was in 1964. They signed with United Artists Records. Had 6 releases on the label. This was their second. This tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Eugene Pitt, and this is produced by Otis Pollard. Our closer tonight is from March of 1965 by the Jive 5. The Jive 5 on United Artists, going out to Mike Sape in Connecticut. Wants to send it out to all you Chatters and Johnny G. Thank you, Mike, for that. Everybody have a safe and happy week. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long, the Jive 5.
What is a kiss?
It is a feeling that all lovers have, and that are willing to kiss, kiss, kiss each other's tender lips. What is a kiss? It flows through the heart. It happens to everyone when the fire starts to burn. Kiss me and you'll learn. For kissing you is a pleasure. Can the pleasure be mine? I'll love you, darling, forever. And I've waited such a long, long time for a kiss from your tender lips. we'll kiss.